Welcome to the IPPN Summer Course 2019 Child Protection Module. This module consists of 5 sessions under the overall title of Children First Essential School Compliance. Session 1, Introduction and Background. This module will deal with the following topics: Children First Act 2015 and the important changes it brings to schools, the legal framework within which child protection exists in Ireland, the supports and training available to schools to assist them to implement the Children First Act 2015, the concept of the mandated person and the legal concept of harm, and finally, we will look at the role of the DLP in reporting and recording child protection concerns.
These are the key measures which will impact on schools. There's now a legal obligation on schools to keep pupils safe from harm. All schools will produce a child safeguarding statement by the 11th of March 2018. This child safeguarding statement will include a risk assessment which will be different for every school and will make each child safeguarding statement unique to that school. All registered teachers are now mandated persons who must report child protection concerns to TUSLA, assist TUSLA in assessing child protection risk if requested. The Act defines harm and thresholds of harm for the first time, giving clarity to these concepts. The legal framework underpinning child protection. All remaining provisions of this Act came into effect on the 11th of December 2017. One of these provisions was that all schools would have to produce a child safeguarding statement by the 11th of March 2018, that is, 3 months after the enactment of the provisions. This is where the date of the 11th of March 2018 comes from. This is also known as the Whistleblowers Charter and provides protection to persons who make reports in good faith to a designated person, a TUSLA agent or a member of An Garda Síochána. It provides protection for teachers making reports to TUSLA. While schools do not come under the terms of the Freedom of Information Act, it's important to remember that TUSLA does, and that whatever information is contained in a report to TUSLA is liable to be accessed through a Freedom of Information request. Similar to the Whistleblowers Charter, it provides protection for persons making allegations regarding child abuse in good faith. These provide avenues for TUSLA to sanction registered teachers who fail in their duties as mandated persons. Where TUSLA have evidence that a teacher did not report a case of child abuse, TUSLA can report the matter to the National Vetting Bureau and to the Teaching Council, who may sanction the teacher through vetting or re-registration. This places an onus on boards of managements and DLPs to ensure that sensitive data in relation to child abuse is securely stored, either physically or electronically. These are the 2 publications which guide and govern schools' implementation of the Children First Act. The DES has published Child Protection Procedures for Primary and Post-Primary Schools 2017, which lays down the specific procedures to be followed by schools to implement the Children First National Guidelines for the Protection and Welfare of Children, published by the Department of Children and Youth Affairs. Both of these documents are summarised for principals in the IPPN resource bundle on child protection. These are the child protection supports that are available to schools. Mandated persons are all teachers registered with the Teaching Council. Mandated persons have two legal obligations: to report any reasonable concerns of harm above a threshold to TUSLA, and to assist TUSLA if, when requested. It should be noted that all registered teachers includes all substitute teachers who may only be in the school for a day or a few days. It's important that these teachers are made aware of the school's procedures in relation to any child protection concern they may encounter during their work in the school. SNAs and ancillary staff are not mandated persons. It's important that these persons are aware that they should report any child protection concern they may encounter to the DLP or to the Deputy DLP. Section 2 of the Act defines harm as assault, ill treatment or neglect of the child in a manner that seriously affects or is likely to seriously affect the child's health, development or welfare, or sexual abuse of a child, whether caused by a single act, omission or circumstance, or a series or combination of acts, omissions or circumstances, or otherwise. There are 4 types of abuse: physical, emotional, neglect, and sexual. The first 3 have thresholds of harm associated with them, which help define the term seriously affects or is likely to seriously affect. These are set out in section 3.2 of the IPPN resource bundle. There is no threshold of harm for sexual abuse. All instances of sexual abuse are considered harmful. While there is no legal sanctions on mandated persons, there are consequences in terms of a teacher's career. TUSLA may contact either the Teaching Council or the National Vetting Bureau in relation to instances where a registered teacher has not been in compliance with his or her obligations as a mandated person. It's important to remember that where a mandated person becomes aware of a child protection concern and fails to report it, someone else may make the report, which might result in TUSLA becoming aware of the negligence of the mandated person.
Reporting child protection concerns. All mandated persons must report child protection concerns to the DLP. All non-mandated persons in a school, including SNAs and ancillary staff, must report a child protection concern to the DLP or to a mandated person who will report it to the DLP. Children will sometimes make a disclosure about a child protection concern to a teacher or another adult in the school. Parents may report a child protection concern to a mandated person or to the DLP. Reports from adults should, where possible, be made in writing. When the DLP becomes aware of a child protection concern, a synopsis for all child protection concerns. Open a new child protection case file and give it a code. Record the details of what has been reported to you or of what has come to your attention. Consider the nature of the concern in light of the thresholds of abuse with the mandated person. If obvious, make a joint mandated report. If not, seek advice from TUSLA. Where there is a disagreement between the DLP and the mandated person about making a report, the DLP must provide the mandated person with the written reasons for not making a report. If TUSLA gives advice, record it and follow it. Consider whether or not to inform the family. Section 5.2 of the IPPN resource bundle contains all the details and templates regarding recording, coding, and reporting of child protection concerns. An allegation of abuse is made against a member of the school staff. In addition to the procedures for all child protection concerns as outlined previously, the following additional procedures apply. Inform the chairperson of the Board of Management. The chairperson will inform the member of school staff of the allegation. Where the Board of Management considers that there is an immediate risk to children, they will take legal advice regarding activating the protocol authorising immediate action. If the Board of Management, following legal advice, activates the protocol, the chairperson will keep TUSLA advised of the child protection safeguarding actions being taken by the Board of Management. Section 5.2 of the IPPN Resource Bundle contains all the details and templates regarding recording, coding, and reporting of child protection concerns. When an allegation of abuse is made against a member of the school staff by a parent, in addition to the procedures for all child protection concerns, and for concerns relating to an allegation of abuse against a member of school staff, following additional procedures apply. The DLP will write to the parent within 10 school days, informing the parent that, in accordance with the procedures, the matter has been reported to TUSLA, or the DLP has sought advice from TUSLA, and on foot of that advice, the matter was not reported to TUSLA, or the DLP determined that the matter did not breach the threshold of harm, and the reasons why it was therefore not reported to TUSLA. The parent may independently report the matter to TUSLA. The allegation is being dealt with in accordance with Chapter 7 of the DES procedures. When the DLP becomes aware of a child protection concern, the details for all child protection concerns. Consult the IPPN Resource Bundle, Section 5.2, for the details of what to do in all situations. This section contains reporting and recording templates designed for each situation and included as appendices. Guidelines on the use of codes to record child protection case files and details of child protection cases. References to the relevant sections of the DES Child Protection Guidelines for Primary and Post-Primary Schools 2017.